Hi Pisces, this is your love reading for January 2020. Keep in mind it is a general read, so if it doesn't resonate, please check your moon, rising, or Venus signs. So starting out, I see this energy of you going through a spiritual healing, transformation, change, and it's completely shifted your vibration and what you bring into your world, especially as it pertains to love. I feel as though your willingness and ability to really nurture your own emotions and to heal and transform is bringing in individuals that are more emotionally available than perhaps what you had in the past. There's this sense that these new connection, or one new connection in particular that's coming towards you, they're able to meet you on the deepest of levels or layers, I want to say. And it could be that as you've gone through this process, you've become very comfortable with all the elements of being. I feel the energy of someone that's gone through a period of tremendous soul searching, emotional healing, spiritual cleansing, and you're now at a place and a frequency where you're willing to be completely open. The defenses and guards that a lot of people perhaps carry into love, I feel like you've transformed and you've healed. And what that's doing is bringing in a soulmate and a love that's far more balanced and that also can meet you on those deeper layers. And with this Seven of Voices, for some of you, you may have had past relationships that mimic this. It could be that they were dishonest, you felt like you couldn't trust them, or there was some sense of disappointment or betrayal. But for some of you, I feel like the purpose was, it's almost like spirit was closing doors in the physical realm so you'd look within. And I do feel it may have been in more areas than just love and romance, but there's this sense that rather than continually searching for love or continually, attracting these types of individuals, you looked within and looked at what was either happening or what you were feeling internally that manifests this. And because you've changed and healed that core process, that's what brings in this new love. For many of you, I don't even feel you externally look for happiness and love anymore in your environment. You're so self-sufficient in terms of your emotional healing and your spiritual connection that it's almost like an added bonus, but I feel as though it's not something you necessarily need. Now, for some of you, you may have worked quite long on this process and this journey. You may be trying to build something in the physical world and physical realm. But I do feel with this Muse of Inspiration, which is the King of Fire, there's a sense of someone coming in that sparks you or that you connect with. And with this Ace of Emotions and Awakening, I feel like there's been some sort of shift within yourself emotionally that now has given clarity in terms of what you want and what you deserve. And what I feel most of you want is balance and emotional reciprocity. I also think you want a connection that has its foundation on truth. So for some of you, I feel like you may have connected with someone that was very dishonest, or they just weren't transparent. They could have just been dishonest in the sense they weren't showing you all of who they were. It doesn't have to be literal betrayal, but there is this sense of you wanting to build a connection based on integrity and with someone that's where you're at spiritually, emotionally, intellectually. Now, again, I do see a lot of abundance and success coming towards you, but what I'm hearing is you're now the star of your life. You're now the source of your own light. You're not requiring someone else to validate your experience. And that's a really powerful place to be, because now that you're completely whole within yourself, you attract in a whole individual that can meet you at that place. With this Knight of Voices and you showing up here, there is this sense of you having a lot of forward momentum, or there's many things that you're moving towards or working towards, I want to say, especially in terms of career, dreams, goals, abundance, having left something behind. And potentially for some of you, having taken a leap of faith, jumping into the unknown, being willing to take risks or explore different avenues of expression and, what lights you up. And I think part of why your focus, it's almost like your focus shift from love and has been firmly concentrated on your inner world and what you want to create and build. And that's what's made this love come in even quicker, or that's what's created the perfect conditions for a really beautiful connection that is a match for who you are. because with this 10 of materials, you can see the amount of abundance coming in towards you, and it's abundance that's well earned, because I feel this abundance is flooding in. Even if you only did minimal action in the physical realm, because you've done so much energetically, spiritually, emotionally, that's why you're being presented with this. For some of you, may be coming into alignment with your soul tribe, with those that have similar interests. I do think this soulmate coming towards you is also someone that you feel is very much in alignment on a spiritual level. And again, this is coming to be because of your investment. Your hard work is paying off. I'm hearing your willingness to hold a vision of what you want for your life, even when things didn't work out or visually things weren't manifesting the way you desired. It's like that faith is now blessing you, and the divine is really helping you see how much you've achieved and what you've been able to create. So you can not only carry that into the future, but carry that into your connections with others. So we'll clarify the 7 of voices. Hang on. Beautiful. So for some of you, I do feel you either walked away from this person or you chose to leave behind this type of energy. Energy that creates a sense of division, uncertainty, a lack of worth or self-doubt. It's like you turned your back on anything that was negative. You may have literally changed your entire lifestyle. And I'm hearing culled, like low vibrational people, habits. You may have cleaned up your diet and your routine. I just get the sense for Pisces, there's been a complete almost rewrite or shift in how you do everything, but it has been spiritually guided and inspired. And as I say that, we see the Wheel of Fortune. These changes and your willingness to listen intuitively brings in this divine counterpart. And again, it could be someone with Aries in their chart. Yep. So the Hermit is clarified by the Queen of Cups and Fortune. So again, you're sitting in your power and you are feeling divinely inspired, and you've learned to drink from your own cup. You haven't been looking for love externally. You've just been working on yourself and really bringing in your own blessings. And that's why I think things are moving in your favor. During this process as well, I do feel you've gone through almost like a spiritual shedding or releasing aspects of your shadow self. Anything that left you in this vibration or anything synonymous with fear. I also see you breaking free, or you have really broken free from limitation, and I'm hearing limited thinking. Okay, we'll clarify the Knight of Emotions. They're beautiful. So for some of you, it very well could be an air sign coming towards you, or they may have air prominent in their chart. But I also feel this is someone who's very fixed, very definite. And it ties into this Ace of Voices, wanting someone that's truthful, but wanting someone that knows their own mind, that is in charge of their own destiny, is manifesting actively what they want in the world. The benefit of this as well is you end up in a connection where not only are they very loyal, but they're very upfront. There's no games, nothing is hidden. And as I said that, we have the Sun. So tremendous joy, tremendous light and blessings coming toward you. So I feel in the past, you withdrew your energy and efforts towards something that was toxic or something that would limit you. This could also be withdrawing your efforts from the dark side of life, any fears, any elements of self-sabotage, so that you could give not only to yourself but to your dreams. It's almost like you funneled your passion into something positive. Again, it could have been literally taking efforts away from a toxic connection so you could build something in your physical world, because I do see the Ace of Wands and new passion with the 10 of Dis, and we have the 10 of Dis here as well. So there's this sense of a lot of abundance coming toward Pisces, because if you were going through a difficult time, difficult relationship, you learn to harness your energy toward that, not only which inspires you, but helps you. And that then gives kind of courage and clarity in terms of what you want, and gives this really fast movement forward. We see this momentum having gone through an ending of cycles or a transformative process. So we have the Six of Dis and the Six of Inspiration. Again, I feel like the universe is giving back to you because of how much you've given out. And not so much given out, that's the wrong terminology. How much you've offered energetically, spiritually, the amount of inner work you've done is what is creating this success. Because I feel like for those I'm connecting, you're not someone that sets a goal in the physical realm, like, oh, I'm going to get this degree or I want this business, and then just put some effort forward but doesn't really go through the inner process. You're able to manifest really powerfully because you're willing to transform and heal yourself till you reach this vibration so it can flow into your life. And what's happening not only in January 2020 but through this year, I feel like you're reaping the rewards of everything you've done because you're now at a frequency and vibration where it can come into physical manifestation. You're a match for what you desire, and likewise, you're attracting your perfect match. So we have the Knight of Voices with the King of Cups. So again, this person could be an air sign. They may have water prominent. I just saw 1111. But there's this sense that you're emotionally in balance, but you both drive each other forward. There's a sense of both of you wanting the best, wanting to create the best world, and really inspire each other. I also think this individual is highly intelligent and very mentally stimulating. Okay, so we have the Six of Voices and the Prince of Dis. I'm hearing that as you retreated from whatever this was, withdrew your energy, moved away from this devil type vibration, whether just within you, or I do feel for some of you it represents a past relationship or past situation. You put your investment in something solid, something that would pay off, something that would serve you in the future. And what you're seeing now is exactly that. Things manifesting in a manner that you've hoped for and that you've wanted. I also feel as though this is someone that perhaps wants to build with you, although the connection may move somewhat slowly. I do get the sense that it may, I think on meeting, you both will recognize that you want to pursue something, but it may be that you're not comfortable speaking up, or they're not, or it's just a little stalled. And what we see here with this Two of Wands is you deliberating in terms of past and future. What do I want moving forward? And you decide to move away from something because it is spiritually guided. As you've gone through this healing process, as your intuition has spoken, you've decided to either become single or at least invest in yourself. Invest in your ideas, your abundance, what you want in the future. And that brings in justice, and it could be Libra energy, but also brings in this Four of Wands. Your perfect match, your divine soulmate, your divine partner. Now with this Ten of Materials and Seven of Wands, in the past you may have felt like you needed to defend your abundance, or you felt like you couldn't trust others with, even I'm seeing this Ten of Materials as your inner beauty. You couldn't trust others with all the wealth of spiritual knowledge and emotional depth that you've built through this journey. So there is this sense of barriers. But what I was saying earlier is I feel like these have been healed and transmuted. And now what's happening is all the wealth of skills, attributes, love that you've built within yourself is now being matched in physicality, which is why I think in 2020 you're going to see tremendous blessings flood towards you. Now, part of those defenses may have been because of some sort of hurt or loss, and a choice made to close something out. I also think you're releasing this tendency to perhaps isolate, perhaps not fully share all of yourself in the world, not share your gifts. Perhaps you're moving into a time where you have far more abundance to share, or you're moving into some sort of form of self-expression or work where you're helping others, you're giving to others. And I'm almost hearing as you give, it sets you free. as you give, you receive, and then you give again, and it keeps that flow and cycle going. For some of you, I think you've mastered the art of kind of divine healing and self-expression, and that then floods back towards you. And what we see here is the death, ending of this cycle of feeling trapped, feeling limited, feeling hurt, in order to have the sun. Joy, blessings, abundance. So that's all I have for you, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I will see you soon.